The channel is officially 3 years old. Let's take a look at what we've accomplished in 2023, and then I'll show you what we have in store for 2024, including a couple trucks that I've never shown anyone yet. The most prominent project of 2023 has been Long Bed Larry. We made a ton of progress on this truck. We rebuilt a 5-speed transmission and got the powertrain back in the chassis. We took care of a lot of odds and ends such as suspension, brake lines, fuel lines, tons of wiring, and we installed some incredible seats. We also did a ton of body work throughout the year to get it where it is today, the paint shop. And in typical fashion, we took the OG crew cab on many road trips all across the country. From Salt Lake City to St. George, so then what's the dark side or the downside?
The dark side.
To Havasu City to meet Merlin Johnson, we even drove it all the way across the country and back. We also use the OG crew cab to haul around a lot of our projects and even pick up a few new ones. The OG crew cab, the staple truck of the channel, has continued to evolve. Its main job has continued to be the workhorse, doing a lot of the heavy lifting and pulling around the shop. But we've also made some huge progress on the road to 600 horsepower, going from 360 horsepower all the way up to the 500 horsepower mark.
Hell yeah, dude! Fuck yeah! I told you, get it.
Yeah. 502! Yeah! But we still have a long ways to go on this truck. More on that in a minute. The most recent project, a full frame-off restoration of a 1991 Dodge W250 for Joker, a lieutenant colonel in the United States Air Force. This is a no-expense spared build with hopes of being one of the nicest first gens on the road in terms of comfort, reliability, and power, all while appearing like a stock first gen. We completely tore this clean truck down to the frame, and then we met up with Charlie Pitcher and installed a custom 3-link suspension on the front and 63-inch rear Chevy springs on the back. So as you can tell, it has been a busy but very productive start to the channel. And that is all thanks to you guys who, for some reason, watch my videos and continue to support me. But don't think we're gonna slow down now. No sirree, Bob. Let's take a sneak peek at what 2024 has in store. This is one of my swept-line Dodge trucks. It's a 1964 and it has the coolest patina on it. I mean, just look at it.
You know, when I see a car like this, first thing I do is I say, would you look at this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
The plan with this truck is to take the body off and swap it onto the chassis of my 1989 Dodge truck, which originally had a Cummins in it. So we're gonna build a sweet old Dodge swept-line 2-wheel drive truck. I already have a really cool purpose in mind for this build, but let me know in the comments if you can guess what this build series is gonna be about. Speaking of build series with a purpose, most of you are familiar with the OG crew cab. We've been working really hard on the horsepower of this truck, trying to hit that 600 horsepower mark. Now that process has been a process. In order to make the jump from that 502 horsepower mark to the 600 horsepower mark, we're going to upgrade the intercooler to a 7.3 Power Stroke intercooler. And we're gonna add another turbo to the engine bay for compound turbos, an S362 over 475. Not only are we gonna be focusing on the power of this truck next year, we are also going to completely overhaul both the rear and the front suspension to focus on ride quality as well. This truck is gonna be the best of all worlds. In 2024, Long Bed Larry is going to be completely finished. It's currently at paint, and as soon as it's done there, we'll just have to finish up the interior and some of the minor details, put some nice wheels and tires on it, and she'll be ready to go. It's sad to say, but I may be looking to get rid of Long Bed Larry once I'm finished with it, just because we don't have the space around here for me to keep all these projects that I'm doing. We'll see. Speaking of space, you've probably noticed we're running out of space here at the garage and in the side yard. So to get ahead of that problem, I've decided to expand my side yard to make a lot more room for projects. I'm currently building this retaining wall to go all the way across here and raise the level of this part of my side yard all the way up so it's all equal to about here. Comes all the way back, which will give me at least an additional 1,000 square feet of parking and possibly covered storage eventually. Let me know if seeing videos on completing this project is something that you'd be interested in. And speaking of making room for new projects, this is Goldie, my 1985 Dodge D350 Prospector two-wheel drive dually crew cab. This is by far the cleanest crew cab I have ever owned. This truck already has a P-pump 12 valve, compound turbos, built 47 RH. It has the whole works, but we have bigger plans for it. I have never done a two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive conversion on one of these trucks, and I figure this is the perfect candidate. We may get a little crazy with other things on the way, but we'll have to figure that out as we go. This truck is going to be sweet. And of course, our biggest project, the ultimate American truck build. We are in full swing on this project. The frame and axles are currently being sandblasted and powder coated. The body is at the body shop getting its body work done and paint done. And in about a month, I'll be taking the whole chassis down to Texas to meet up with Holden Bros to install our fully built P-pump 12 valve motor. We have tons of parts ready to go, ready to be installed on the truck. We just need to keep making progress. The goal for this truck is to have it done by September 2024 when Joker returns from his deployment in Japan and can finally see his finished truck. I'm also crossing my fingers, trying to talk to some people and hoping to get this truck featured in SEMA 2024, but we'll see. As you can tell, we have a lot going on. Thank you all for your continued support, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. It's free and it helps you see all the videos that I put out on some of these projects. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're also looking forward to 2024. We'll see you guys in the next one.